therapy.
I'm not reading.
It's
What's up, WikiManiacs? How's it going today? I'll move Patreon chat over here.
Whoa. They're included now. That's cool.
Yeah, Patreon chat is included now.
Look at that. They listen to our complaints.
What's going on, WikiManiacs? Thank you very much for all the happy birthday wishes in chat. I appreciate that, as well as on the Monday episode.
At PPI behind the scenes, WikiManiacs, we've been begging him to not do this because we want him to take some time off, but
that's a lie. They said you have to get your paycheck. Get here.
I am nor confirming or denying those allegations from you, Josh.
No. I wanted to come on today because, Santa's working today anyway, and then we're gonna celebrate afterwards. So, I was just hanging out anyway. I might as well do my job, you know. But yeah,
we didn't say nothing. We didn't say anything. We told him take a day off, play Assassin's Creed all day. Nope. Josh likes to work hard for you, WikiManiacs, and this is why he's our favorite, and we love him for it.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Of course, buddy.
But yeah, Sean's birthday's coming up too, and then yours. So we'll have a birthday train.
Isn't that pretty crazy how we kind of found each other, and all of a sudden all our birthdays are also kind of aligned with each other?
Just all clumped together.
That's just the universe saying that it was meant to be.
Yeah. The craziest birthday thing I have is, so my dad's birthday is April 10th, and then mine is 6 days later. And then my uncle, who is my dad's brother, is 6 days after mine. Jesus. And then my grandfather, who is their dad, is 6 days after that. So it just lines up.
Dude.
It's pretty cool. What's going on, WikiManiacs? We're going to do some live reading today, stories from Reddit, as we usually do. But before we do that, John wanted to give a rundown of kind of the stream schedule, I guess, that we're going to be going forward, what we're going to be doing with that. Because you may have noticed we didn't do one last week for public streams, I guess you could say.
Our CFO told us that things needed to be changed, and we are making those changes. So basically, we're still going to be doing live streams on a weekly basis. However, April being complicated because it has 5 kind of Wednesdays throughout this month. But moving forward until, kind of when we decide as well, the first and third Wednesdays of the month, it's going to be a public stream, kind of just like this. The second Wednesday live streams are going to be for our $10 patrons, because Sean is actually taking time off every single one of those. So figured that, he's our CFO. Money talks for my guy. So he does take some time off. And also it opens us up to do other recordings as well during that time. So we're kind of making exclusive for those tier. And then the last Wednesday of the month, it's going to be the same per usual. That's going to be with the $5 tier for the patrons, and also going to be the $5 tier for YouTube members. So you're still going to get a lot of content. However, just for timing purposes and just for recording schedule, we decided to go that route. So hopefully you guys, that encourages you to sign up if you want to see more of us. We'd love to have you guys on during those live streams as well.
Hell yeah. Also, someone in chat, I missed it. Fa asked how old I am. I am 31 today, so
damn,
cracking that well into the 30s now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But yeah, and for the first time ever last night, John, the Leafs have won the Atlantic Division.
Sheesh.
And are going to be playing Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators. So
you're going to get to go
in my backyard. I might be able to get to go see a game, which would be super cool.
I'm so jealous. All of your teams, Sean's included, are in the playoffs. My Phoenix Suns are trash.
Well, we'll see if in 2 weeks' time they're still in the playoffs. But
well, he's still upset about the Cougs losing. So sorry,
True,
Sean
is. Yeah.
And another announcement before we get started.
Hmm.
Tomorrow, if you are a patron or YouTube member, you will get an early access because we do have an episode coming up where we did a collaboration with Thread Talk with Denver and Teresa. It was a fun episode. There was a lot of back and forth banter over there, and also lots of disagreeing and agreeing in some posts. So if you guys like having those type of conversations, please check us out tomorrow when the episode comes out for the patrons and YouTube members. And then it, of course, going to come out in public coming this Friday.
Hell yeah. I am upset because I missed that episode, but it is a great episode. So definitely check that out.
Yeah.
All right, John, do you want to hop into the first story today?
Absolutely. And this week, I am not doing anything depressing. It's my boy's birthday. So we are going to be just doing fun stories today. And also, I'm saying that because I'm also unprepared. I just came back from a trip and I am tired as fuck. So all of my stories today came from Today I Fucked Up, because why not? It's a hilarious subreddit. So ready for the first story, my guy?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. So the first story is posted by Synthlord. The title is Today I Fucked Up by Telling My Coworker / Friend that the mandatory pizza party he was called into was actually him getting fired.
Oh, that sucks. What a shitty thing. You're already like, I'm getting celebrated for a pizza party. Great. And then you walk in. Actually, you're fired. Like, what a whiplash that would be. Oh, man.
I would be upset. I wouldn't be too upset if the pizza was actually really good. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. As long as I get a nice piece. But if it was from some place not that great.
What's your least favorite fast food pizza place?
Ooh, I don't really like Pizza Hut that much.
You and Sienna are the same. She does not fuck with it.
I don't like it. And I have a combination of things. So like I like the crust from Pizza Hut.
Okay.
The stuffed crust is pretty good, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I like the remaining dough from like Domino's. I do like the value of Little Caesars. And I like the sauce or the garlic sauce from Papa John's.
Okay. So you need like the perfect combination to come together.
Yeah.
I gotcha. We usually go to Little Caesars, but we do fuck with Domino's every once in a while just because they're pretty cheap. Like you can get some good coupons. Yes. So when we're like trying to save money and eat out, that's like a go-to. But I think Little Caesars might be my favorite.
I love Little Caesars. Yeah, fast people food in the chat saying crazy bread. What we used to do is take that crazy bread home and whip up more like garlic butter and put hella extra garlic on it. And it's so good.
That's insane, but I love that.
Oh man, I could never be a vampire because I'll fucking just die immediately.
You'll die immediately. Yeah,
I love garlic.
So I do too. All over.
All right. Well, let's get into the story. So we work in building science, and once in a while we get performance reviews, which basically consist of feedback / congratulations and free pizza. It should be bonuses, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we had that meeting today, which means we get the day off and free pizza. It's actually a really great day to have because pizza. I agree.
I mean, yeah.
Nobody's getting into trouble since we're all skilled at our jobs. Everyone knows this, except for one person I forgot about. Now, the coworker I'm referring to is a bit more new and hasn't had a review day yet. He texted me asking why he's getting called into a performance review. And me, knowing all this time, it's basically a pizza party, sarcastically told him it's because he's getting fired. Me, being a dum-dum, didn't think that this would come off as serious via text message. Oh, Lord Jesus, it did come off as serious to him. All I got as a response from him was, wow. And I said, get yeeted or something. That should have made the situation.
You doubled down.
Such bad joke, innocuous. Today was performance day. He comes in a tuxedo with a costume monocle. This motherfucker looks like the Monopoly guy.
Isn't that what Jim did that one day in the office? And then that's when Charles Minor started.
Yep. People immediately started smirking and asking him why he's wearing a tuxedo, but he's basically just shrugging them off. Naturally, our boss is kind of smirking and picks him for an interview first. Assuming he's getting fired, he puts on his poker face and eats pizza during the entire duration of our boss's 2-on-1 interview with him. In the fashion of constantly having a morsel of pizza in his mouth with an attitude.
Oh.
I can see them through the office window, and I'm going through a fit of mixture of laughter and being mortified. And our two bosses were kind of unsure if they should laugh or not. Their smirks turned to smiles, and then suddenly, all three of their faces are looking directly at me through the window with this stern look of confusion. My friend gets up, flies out of the office, and calls me a dick. Everyone is laughing, including him. At the end of the day, everyone had a good day except for me, whose performance review started off with, "What are you, 15? but I still got free pizza and finally saw a monocle in real life."
Bro, it's crazy. At no point did you actually tell your friend that, hey, this is actually not what's happening. You're not getting fired. Asshole. You are an asshole. That's crazy.
Oh, dude. The friend coming in full commitment with just committing to the bit of, all right, you know what? I'm going to get fired. I'm wearing a tuxedo. Looks like it's a funeral at this point. Fuck it.
I respect it. And I also respect the management for being like, oh yeah, this is definitely not your fault. Like we're going to talk to the right person.
Oh, man.
Damn, that sucks for your friend. But I mean, yeah, best possible ending. Could not have gone better in that, and based on what's happened. So
I think I'd move jobs after that.
I mean, it sounds like the office is pretty lighthearted. Yeah, so they might not care too much. But oh man, that's crazy. At least you got pizza.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was saying that in the beginning too, but there's pizza. I agree. I love pizza.
Someone mentioned Pizza Salvatore, which I have had. It's also very good.
Ooh.
I think it's a local chain in Quebec, but
okay, I don't think I've had that before.
yeah, it's great. It is very expensive though. I think it was Gabrielle who mentioned it in chat.
I do have I have a problem with getting expensive pizza.
I do if it's like not fast food pizza, I will spend money on pizza. My dream is when we ever build our house, an outdoor kitchen with a pizza oven. I don't know how realistic it will be, but that is my dream. Like that's my one check mark I want.
Are we all just coming into like the same like age right now? Because we were just having that conversation. We're like, hey, Ninjas just started selling backyard. Was it the same one?
Yeah, Ninja.
Oh my God. Dude, we're domesticated as fuck, bro.
Is this what 30 is?
I'm not complaining. If I can make pizza anytime, I think Sean makes pizza at home.
We do in our oven, but it's not quite the same as like fired pizza.
I ain't gonna lie, I love this life. Shit, I'd rather make pizza backyards with my wife than be clubbing and be, having hangovers the next day. I don't miss that life. I love being fucking just pampered and shit.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, let's move on to mine. And since I didn't get to do Am I the Asshole stories today, I did a couple today or on Friday because you took over.
Ooh,
this one's posted by Blissful Rush. Title is, Am I the Asshole for Destroying My Best Friend's Proposal because I believe she was being kidnapped?
Oh. There's only a scenario where I think this would be okay if the optics did look like they're actually getting kidnapped. So if your friend end up just getting grabbed and stuffed in the back of the van or something, and your instincts kicked in and say, oh my God, I got to save my best friend, I wouldn't blame you for that scenario. But if you just did it to be an asshole
on one knee in the park and you tackle him or something.
Yeah. That's the only scenario that I can think of at the top of my head at the moment. But for now, I gotta say asshole.
Asshole? All right.
Yeah.
Smokey Hayes asks, where do you find these? Am I the asshole? Reddit. Which was down a little bit today. I had trouble getting on.
It did. Yeah. Same.
All right. So this actually happened this weekend, and I am still shaking. My best friend, Emily, 29 female, has been dating her boyfriend, Chris, 31 male, for about 4 years. I, 28 female, love her to death and have always supported their relationship, even though Chris is eccentric. He loves surprises and stuff. Think flash mobs and scavenger hunts that no one asked for. Damn. Scavenger hunt sounds cool. I don't know.
Scavenger do sound cool.
Flash mobs I get can be a little bit much, but depending on who you are, but scavenger hunts are sick. Anyway, I was visiting Emily. We were walking around catching up when this unmarked white van came up next to us. 2 masked men jumped out and grabbed her. She begins screaming. I freak out. So I did what any sane, frightened human being would do. I grabbed my pepper spray, which is legal where I am, and yelled bloody murder and went wild. Sprayed one dude in the face, kicked another in the shin, and literally pulled Emily back by the coat while yelling for 911. So you nailed the guess.
I called it. Not the asshole anymore. Fuck that. That is such a human reaction to do. Dude, your friend is getting fucking kidnapped. Of course I'll try to defend him.
Also, what an insane idea for a proposal. You know what I mean? In what?
Kidnapping? Traumatize them before saying yes? No one in their right mind should say yes to someone who just goddamn got kidnapped.
No.
And, if Sean was here, he would hate this because this is a prank gone way too far.
It doesn't even sound like he's going for prank based on what we know about him, but let's finish it off and see what the reasoning is. So, turned out it was Chris and 2 of his buddies. They were attempting this strange prank kidnapping into surprise proposal. There you go. You nailed it. Because Emily wanted a proposal like in the movies. Chris was yelling and crying over the pepper spray. Emily was scared while the cops arrived. It was very chaotic. Now Chris is angry. He tells me I ruined the most significant moment of their lives and embarrassed him in front of everyone. Emily tells me she understands why I freaked out, but wishes I read the room. But like, how was I going to know? It seemed real. She was crying because they had masks and it was a literal van. Everyone's acting like I overreacted, but I genuinely thought she was being trafficked. So am I the asshole for spoiling the proposal?
No, not the asshole. And this is one of those situations where it's far too common. Yeah. Kidnapping and human trafficking is a damn real thing. Depending on where you live at, it's more prevalent. And it happens to a lot of women, children, and people who are getting taken advantage of at this point. So yeah, like I said, it's a human reaction for your friend to try to defend you. And I'll say this too. What if it was another person that saw this? What if there just happens to be a cop patrolling in the streets in that time? Was that coordinated?
Yeah.
Did I miss this? But was this done in public or?
It seems like it. They were walking on the sidewalk.
Okay. People in the public exist. Someone could have reported this and say like, hey, this van took this is the license plate. Then you're going to have an APB on your ass. So then that's going to be a bigger issue to have. Depending on the state, if they're in like America, like someone could have got shot. You know what I mean? Like seriously,
thinking they were trying to save someone. Like there's so many ways this could have gone wrong.
Yes.
Get a bit of pepper spray and a kick in the shin is the least of what could have happened.
And if I had just saved my friend's ass in that situation and they go straight up, hey, read the room, bitch, I'll find a kidnapper. You know what? Grab her ass.
Next time you're getting kidnapped, I'm going to let it happen.
I'll let it happen. I'm reporting shit,
Yeah, Emily's wild for defending that shit. Like,
yeah.
And like, for me, it's funny because he's like, she wanted a movie proposal. In what movie are you watching? Like, there's the classic boombox with to the window or like on a beach overlooking, like I don't know, fucking Ireland. I don't know. I have no idea. But
you had flash mob right there. That is such a classic movie trope that they could have done. He's done it in the past. Flash mob might be annoying to some people in public, but it's not inherently bad as the optics of getting fucking kidnapped.
Stevie says maybe the movie is Taken. I don't know if there was a proposal in that one, but you could be right. Maybe that he got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane
Jesus.
behavior. I cannot believe that's what he thought. Well, I guess that is kind of what she wanted because she defended it, which is crazy.
That's wild.
Or a scavenger hunt proposal. Yes. All of those
That
things
would've
would
been-
be okay.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Reddit deemed not the asshole.
good.
And Interpret Bears said, not the asshole. Chris is a moron. If he intended to kidnap her to propose, he needed to make sure that whoever was with her knew. If he's stupid enough to think a friend would just stand there while random strangers tried to kidnap their friend, he's a fool. How can you read the room? You're not psychic. Which
Exactly.
Exactly. And yeah, that is one thing. If it was like, private, even, I just don't think this is a good idea in general. But if you were to do it, let the friend that they're with know so that they're not gonna attack you. It's such a simple concept.
Or look, even in an instance where, Emily really wanted something like that, I think the scenario should have been in a controlled environment. So let's say they're walking in a specific area and it's been coordinated. We're like, hey, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be here in a specific time. You got to let other people know. You can't have people say like, surprise, your friend's going to get kidnapped. Don't do anything about this shit. Like, bitch, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, absolutely insane. Oh, fuck.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Based on chat, no one wants this kind of proposal.
Seriously.
All
That
right,
show,
John.
I did like that show, Punk, NJ
Punk'd?
Harris.
Yeah.
Until I realized, was that the name? Ashton Kutcher was kind of problem.
That was who was on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people on that Dad 70s show had some issues. And I'm sad because I loved that show.
Yeah. Ironically, Eric was the one that came out fairly normal.
Right.
I don't actually know his name, but.
Topher Grace.
Yes. And Donna. Also very good in The Last of Us.
Laura. Oh, she's there. Oh, wait, she's there, huh? Oh, yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And did you watch the new season yet?
We did a watch party for the first episode. It looks very good. I'm very excited.
I need you to play the game, brother. I'll ship you my PS4 just so you can fucking play it.
I'll do it sometime. I want to watch the show and just experience it. I've tried to avoid spoilers where I could. Shout out to Fred who sends $5, says, hope everyone enjoyed my out of pocket edits I put in the Discord.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Oh, wait. Ninetail Phoenix said Topher Grace is breaking the Strand rule. He's dating a 19-year-old in his 30s.
Immediately take that back. Oh, is Donna in a cult too? Okay, god damn.
Okay, damn. Well, damn, Jackie. What the
I can't control the weather.
I can't control these damn celebrities, Jackie.
I can't control these pervert weirdos, okay?
Oh, wait. Hey, Raquel asks, hey, John, I know it's so random, but do you know Nora? Yes, I do know her. She's an actress in the Philippines, and there used to be, it's funny, they used to scare me as a kid because she had a role called Flor Contemplacion, and I was scared of her for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, man.
Oh, yes, Fred, you are on Juliet's radar with the knife emoji saying yes. She's here. She's always lurking. So
always
oops.
watching.
All right. You ready for the next story, my guy?
Yeah, do it up.
All right. So this one is posted by Property Superb 127. And the title for this one is Today I fucked up by sending a picture of my junk to my boss to show his wife.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't even imagine a scenario where this would be even remotely okay. Cause
hey yo, boss, show your wife my dick.
Cause it's either that they asked for it, which is very inappropriate, or you're just sending it, and that's also inappropriate. What the hell?
Oh shit! All right, let's get to it. I'm fairly
should
close.
Get promoted for that. That's unhinged. That's crazy, Airzukas.
I'm fairly close with my boss, and his wife is my go-to hairdresser. my go-to hairdresser because that's her business and I like to support them. So after work one day, I drove my boss to his wife's business to get a haircut, and we all drank several beers during the process. Somewhere in our conversations, his wife asked me what products I use in my hair, and since I didn't know the names, I said I would text her an image of them all.
No. Oh God, no.
I did not have her number, so I decided to text my boss instead. And there I am in my bathroom, drunk and naked with all the hair stuff I used about to hop in a shower, and I think to myself, this is a great time to send a picture of all this. I have it all here anyway. And I quickly snapped a photo of it all, and it's sent immediately to my boss. Before I even looked at the photo, I added, show this to your wife to follow it all up.
No fucking way. That is crazy.
That's when my horror sank in. My camera was zoomed out in 0.6 zoom instead of 0.1. Bro, they got that whole panoramic wide shot of that dick. Oh shit, I lost it. Where was I? My camera was zoomed out in 0.6 zoom instead of one time zoom, and in the corner of the photo, I see it. My first train of thought was, if I'm holding my phone in this hand and the product's in the other hand, why the fuck is my thumb in the photo? It was not my thumb. It was the tip of my dick fully exposed.
Dude.
I prayed he wouldn't notice it, as if it was off to the edge of the picture, but his first reply was, yo, what the fuck? Your whole ass dick is on the picture. Parmesan said just the tip for sure. It's not the hair tips that I was looking for, but god damn. The fact I followed it up with, show this to your wife, floored me. I don't know if I laughed because it was so funny or out of pure shame. He wouldn't look or talk to me for the entire week. And no, he did not show it to his wife. Thank God. I'll never be able to live that down.
I mean, what do you do at that point? Like, that's just unhinged. Hey, show this to your wife.
She like you? She like you? What is he?
Don't send pictures to your boss drunk. That seems to be the rule here. Oh, man.
And don't take naked pictures of yourself if there's mirrors, if you don't want that possibly getting leaked, or if you're just doing some sneaky link. But goddamn, you're wild.
Show this to your wife. Oh man.
Without even thinking, it's like message set, picture set, dick print out there, and just like, yeah, show this to your wife.
I just can't imagine being the boss just looking at it like, what the fuck? Who have I hired?
Oh shit.
Man. Promotion.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got
god, dude.
chutzpah.
Hey, Parmesan going wild on Patreon chat. Tip culture is getting out of hand. 20% hard. Okay.
God damn. Well, I'm glad he didn't get fired, but crazy.
Not yet, at least. Hopefully.
Not yet.
Athena Usagi put, what would you do if that happened to you guys? First of all, I ain't much to show, so it'd be more embarrassing for me. They're like, is that a thumb or a worm? What is that? I'm like, oh, it's AI.
Also, we're each other's bosses, so be real.
Yeah. And if that was to do that to Josh, it would be deliberate, no accident included.
So show this to your wife part?
Yeah, oh no, that part no. It'll be like that one picture of Hank Hill's butt. It's gonna be like that, but a mirror pic's like, Josh, this is strictly for you.
John crouched over the toilet.
Oh fuck.
All right, let's move on to another one here. Posted by I'll do this one. Posted by Wild Frosty. Title is, you owe me your dog because I'm sad. Question mark.
I don't owe you Kevin or Chloe.
You owe me Kevin's.
Fuck no. This chaotic little buddy right here.
You can borrow Artie if you want. If you're
Oh,
sad. I have cat cam still. Yeah, she's
kitty.
she's snoozing.
Oh, baby.
All right. We'll leave it in this while I read the title. Oh, I already read the title.
I forgot it, but it's okay.
You owe me your dog because I'm sad.
Oh yeah, we're talking about dogs.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right. So this happened a couple weeks ago, and I'm still trying to process it. I, 24 female, adopted a rescue dog about a year ago. He's a sweet golden retriever named Max, and he's honestly my best friend. I take him on walks daily. He's super well behaved, and literally everyone in my apartment complex loves him. I do love retrievers. They are one of my favorite. They're just
soft mouths.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Labs also, a very soft mouse.
I just love pets.
We had labs when I was growing up, and my golden lab, or yellow lab, I guess they are, they would always meet us at the end of the driveway when the bus dropped us off. And the one day she had something in her mouth, so I opened my hand. She drops a baby bunny in my hand. Still alive, still okay, like nothing wrong with it, just the most gentle mouth. And so I brought it to my parents, and they're like, "Yeah, we have to let that go." But
I would like to, I would just like to smell every single one of their toe beans. Give me all the Fritos, please.
Deep breath. Enter Jessica, who just moved into the building a month ago. She's probably early 20s, bubbly, and honestly seemed nice at first. We chatted a couple times in the elevator, and she met Max once and said he was cute. Cool. Nothing weird until last week. She knocks on my door and asks if she can borrow Max. I was confused and asked what she meant, and she says, "Well, I've been really sad lately, and I saw how happy he made you. I think I need that kind of comfort. I just want to have him for like a week or two."
Okay, it's not like a piece of property that you can fucking, what is it, a book or a video game that you're gonna buy? Hell no, that's fuck? A live human, or that's a live freaking sentient being.
It's one thing if you see them out in public and you're just like, "Oh, hey, can I like pet or play with Max or whatever, like in the park or something like that?" I think OP would be cool with that, but a week, more than a day, is crazy.
I don't know if I missed it. What was there? Were they just neighbors, or what was it, like the relationship between the two?
Yeah, she just lives in the building.
Lives in the building. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd even trust this person to just like, all right, well, you can take them out to walk, but I'm like, I don't know about that anymore.
Yeah. I laughed thinking it was a joke, but nope, dead serious. I politely told her Max isn't a rental and that I'd be happy to go out on a walk with her sometime if she just wants dog company. Mm-hmm. She then gets angry, saying I was being selfish, that I don't know what it's truly like to be alone, and that I should have some empathy and just let her have the dog for a bit.
Ooh, neighbor sounds like a brat.
When I said no again, she called me a cold-hearted bitch and stormed off. Now she glares at me every time she sees me. She even made a passive-aggressive Instagram story like, "Some people don't understand what it means to share love when others are hurting." So yeah, apparently I'm a monster for not handing my dog over to a stranger for emotional support.
I wouldn't even suggest this person to get their own dog, because it's, or like own pet for that matter, because I don't know, to me they just sound, look, loneliness, I get it, and dogs and pets have, like, you know, great companies, but if you're feeling some type of way, if I was that person, I'd go volunteer my time in a shelter, you know, help those animals. I've done it. I used to like volunteer heavily at the Kansas Humane Society. Kansas. But I used to walk pets a lot. Julia also volunteered there, like when she was doing some medical stuff, like she was helping with some of the neutering. Neutering? Is that what it's called?
Sure.
She was assisting in those. But yeah, like helping a shelter to, you know, acclimatize or socialize other pets. That's something that you could have done if you're feeling lonely, and it gives you a good opportunity to meet other people too, you know, to make friends, because you're going to have common things that you could share with. But asking somebody to, hey, let me borrow your dog, to some people, like their pets are their children. It's essentially asking them like, hey, can I just borrow your kid for a couple of weeks?
Yeah. When
I
I
would slap
barely
the
when I barely know you.
yeah,
You know what I
I would
mean?
slap the shit out of you if you ask me that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll probably train Max to bite your ankles or something.
Yeah. It's one thing if it's like one of my best friends who's like, you know, down on themselves. Like for a weekend, they've already taken care of my dog or something like that. I'm like, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you need to pick me up, absolutely. But I'm not giving it away to a random fucking neighbor.
Oh, absolutely.
for weeks. That's crazy.
And this is where the neighbor messed up too. Instead of being neighborly and say like, oh, hey, I really like your dog, and build a relationship with like their human companion first, that neighbor down the line could have been like, oh, hey, you know, they're really good with Max. Max is really comfortable with neighbor. If I go on a trip, like maybe I could ask them like, hey, can I pay you to like watch Max because they're really comfortable with you? But nah, they weren't too aggressive about it. And I feel like it's one of those situations where this neighbor just was never been told no in their life, and they're just pretty bratty at this point.
Yeah. Pen Kettle Dragons in the comments said, yikes, if you haven't already, make sure your dog is chipped and has a decent indication collar. Get some good, clear, lost and found style photographs too. Not saying she's unhinged enough to steal your fur baby, but if Reddit has taught me anything, it's something. Strangers can be weird sometimes, so better be prepared.
Yeah. And for her to have those big ass feelings, to be sharing that shit in social media, saying, oh, some people could be this. She's building some sort of resentment towards you, and that could be dangerous, especially she's alone. Those thoughts might be stewing in her head to steal your dog.
Yeah. To me, it's just like, go, volunteer at a shelter. Go even like, there's like puppy yoga or something like that you can do.
Yeah.
There's tons of places where you can go rather just demand that your neighbor gives you a dog.
Yeah. You can get paid walking dogs. I think there's a app called WAG or something like that you can sign up to be a dog walker. Hell, if you want to meet a bunch of other dogs while making money, just do that or something.
Absolutely. Chandra sends $2 and says, can you support a dog rescue in Texas for a month? We could do that. Not a fan of Texas.
I'm from here and I'm not a fan of Texas.
Not necessarily the people, and like the dogs definitely need to be taken care of, but we'll figure out a month to do that. Is there like a dog month, a national dog month?
I'm not sure.
Gotta be. We'll look into it.
There's a month or a day for everything. So.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I'm up.
You're up.
All right. All mines are unhinged, by the way, in a funny way. So, all right. This one is from Blinwit, lower score 3. The title is, Today I fucked up by smelling my feet and ending up in the ER.
That's tough. Man. Holy, I can't imagine what would cause, like, it's just the smell? Or this is like something you'd see. I just started watching The Pit on HBO. Great show. That's something you'd see like on a show like that, where it's just like something crazy medical happens and they're like reacting to it. Goddamn.
All right. Well, story goes is this. I'll be the first to admit that my feet are sometimes a little bit smelly. Some of my friends and family have lovingly said they are odorly challenged.
Oh, I see why you picked this one.
I wash them in the shower every day, and I've tried the fancy creams, but none of it seems to really help. And I've at this point accepted that I'm just naturally a stinkfoot and will live my life with a constant faint corn chip aroma wafting from my toes.
Damn.
Not the corn chips that I like, sounds like. I live alone, and when in my apartment, I prefer not to wear socks or shoes. This is occasionally a point of contention with my girlfriend, who visits often and insists I at least wear socks when she comes over. It's mostly fun banter when she teases me for my feet smelling, and I tease her for a loud burp or something like that. But sometimes after a particularly long day, the foot factory releases emissions that would surely get me fined by EPA, which she rightfully hates.
Oh.
Yesterday, she came over for dinner. It was a nice day, so we decided to get delivery from one of our favorite restaurants and eat on the balcony. Well, I'm at home and I've already liberated my tootsies from their foot prisons, and I figured it'd be nice to set the table with some flowers for my lady. I was outside setting up when she arrived, and she came outside to greet me. Immediately, she smelled my feet and recoiled in disgust.
Recoil is insane.
It's
Dude.
wild.
You need like just a foot bath on standby at all times, I think.
Yes, you need to visit Japan or Korea. They sell it on the convenience stores. Oh my gosh, those foot wraps that they sell.
Oh, yeah.
It makes everything better.
Oh.
The most dramatic reaction ever. Fake vomiting, fake crying. She was hamming it up as part of our banter. I have got a bit nose blind to them over the years, so I leaned against the railing to balance and go to smell them myself to see how bad they were. This was my mistake.
Holy
I'm a
shit.
burly guy, and this poor railing could not handle my equally overdramatic reaction of throwing my head back and screaming, and it gave way.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm only on the second floor, so I only fell maybe 25 feet. That's
That's still
fucking
far.
a lot.
Holy shit.
But it felt like it lasted a solid minute. It was at least long enough of a fall for me to reflect on the situation and feel like an idiot for dying from smelling my own feet. The aftermath is a fractured rib and a dislocated shoulder, and my girlfriend never letting me live this down.
Holy. Okay, not as crazy as I thought. I thought it was gonna be he passed out from smelling his own feet, but this is. I almost died from falling 2 stories. That's even crazier. Actually, John Stan in Patreon said that's totally crazy.
You damn right. Hey, they're on it today. I love it.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I mean, I when I used to play soccer, my feet got pretty bad, and that was to the point where I was like, it was mostly my shoes. Shoes were the bad part. It was just like spray, leave them outside. It was just you have to do extra things. If they're that bad, maybe go to a doctor. There might be something medically that you could do.
Probably.
That might be
Isn't
something.
like athlete's foot like a common thing that some people have?
Absolutely. So definitely something to check out if you're interested. But
Dude, foot soaks every day or there's like a bunch of cheap foot soak products. Epsom salt kind of defeats that. But there's a little bit of an update for this one. Nothing too crazy, but just they provided a short little update. So after breaking my ribs from falling off the balcony, I have finally healed up. Even if it's just a fracture, healing a broken rib hurts.
yeah,
I know I broke my rib fucking snowboarding one time.
Ooh.
I'm fairly certain it took so long because I played a pickup game of rugby and re-injured it 2 months after.
Yeah, that's dumb. Also, he plays rugby, so that's starting to make sense now.
Stinky feet.
Yeah.
Dumb on my part, I know. I guess I could be my second today I fucked up. The Foot Factory is still in full swing. And despite the literally hundreds of messages telling me to, and I've never heard this suggestion before, soak my feet in pee to cure what must be athlete's foot. Is your fucking foot a jellyfish or what? I did not
what you're supposed to do with jellyfish. That's a myth.
Is it really a myth? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I was ready to piss on someone's leg in case that happened. I drink a lot of water, so I pee a lot. I did not take that advice and I'm told now it would not have been effective anyways. I'm not really into pee, so I'm very thankful that's not the cure. However, that did spark me to go on an internet deep dive into urine therapy, which is weird, for which I am both wiser and also deeply disturbed. When I went for my second x-ray for my ribs, the consensus among all the doctors is that I do not have athlete's foot. I just sweat through my feet. They're just stinky. It's a permanent curse, and I have come to accept it, as has my girlfriend. Yes, my girlfriend and I are still together. She did not leave me over my feet like some of you suggested she should. She was wondering during the healing process and spoon-fed me homemade tomato soup like a big man baby. It was nice. That could be something I'm into now if it means free soup. Who knows? All in all, things are good. Thank you to everyone who has concern for my health, foot and injury related. This may not be as exciting of an update as people were hoping for, but despite my dramatic retelling of the original story, my life is not actually that dramatic.
Well, I'm glad he's okay now.
Yes.
It does suck that it's not something he can,
Control at this
control.
point? Or,
Yeah, but sounds like you've got a great girlfriend who is willing to stay with you through the smell. Yeah.
And I think this guy should double down and I was gonna say put his foot down even more. But if I was a girlfriend, I'd put my foot down even more and say like, hey, I stayed with you through all this shit. Please wear some socks or wear something fragrant at least when I'm around. Because she took care of him. He needs to take care of her nose too at the end of the day.
Yeah. I agree. People are saying Parmesan and Autumn say vinegar apparently is for jellyfish.
Ah, okay.
So don't pee on your friends if they get stung by jellyfish.
I'll still piss on them and just be like, oh, I forgot this was the solution.
All right, let's move on to the next one here by Square Lower Score Language 9641. Title is, Am I the asshole for getting my coworker fired for his repeated visible dick print?
What?
So a bit of HR work can come out here, John.
Can't relate. Nothing really shows for
I said HR, I didn't say dick print.
Oh God. If it's repeated, a lot of times people are like, especially workplaces are zero tolerance when it comes to like sexual harassment. And I feel like if it's a repeated occurrence that they've been talked to in some way and they keep doing it, a lot of states, and as it should be, are zero tolerance for that. And I think this person's deservingly get terminated for it if they keep doing it. If this guy got like a big giant schlong going on and he can't help it, I don't know what the solution to that. Maybe wear bigger pants or something. I don't fucking know. But as of right now, I'm going not the asshole. I feel like this person has been told to not show their shit around. So if you don't heed to that, then you are harassing people.
All right. If it's big enough, he has to get like a elastic band around his waist.
Jesus Christ. Again, can't relate to that story.
Me neither. That would be unhinged big.
All
right. So I, 19 female, am interning part-time and we all dress casually. I was alone in a room at my office one morning and my coworker, Josh, late 20s male.
Big dick Josh, huh? Okay.
Also illegal. Late 20s, 19. He came in and started chatting with me. When I turned to face him, I could clearly see the outline of his erection. He was wearing thin sweatpants and they left nothing to the imagination. I didn't say anything. After that, he left and I just went back to work. I ignored this the first time, but it kept happening. Josh would come alone to chat, and each time he was visibly hard. I could see it through his flimsy shorts or sweatpants or thin dress pants. Like he didn't even act embarrassed or try to hide it. He'd just stand there like it was nothing. He acts normal around everyone else, and this hasn't happened any other time I've seen him, not with others around, just when it's only us. I didn't bring it up to anyone yet. I just didn't want to appear dramatic and didn't want to make myself a target. Then he started making comments like, "It's hot out. I had to wear these shorts today." One day, Josh came over and he asked me to come to his apartment nearby over lunch.
See, that's where it draws the line for me. The little thingy thing that's showing, probably not, but with everything that's going on, including the invitation to the apartment, that's when it becomes harassment for me.
Yeah. That's when it's like, okay, this is no longer a
now everything is lining up and it's just like, okay, you're purposely wearing this because you are going to end up inviting me here. So now it becomes like harassment at this point.
Rachel requested this.
Predator.
So I politely declined, and he said he was as he was leaving, he said, "All right, I've got to go to the bathroom to take care of something. See you around." Well, he glanced down. He clearly had an erection, and the outline was clear. That was
Y'all
it for
beating
me.
your meat in corporate, beating your meat company time?
Yeah, that's gross. That was it for me, and I went to HR and reported everything. HR put Josh under review, and he ended up being fired with cause.
Yeah,
Now, some
that
of
is
my
cause.
coworkers are icing me out. One of my coworkers sarcastically muttered out, I'm sure I made sure to wear proper pants today. Didn't want anyone to get any ideas while I was having lunch near some of them, and they laughed. My boss has been talking to me less, and I feel alienated. I just wanted Josh to stop. So am I the asshole here?
No. And again, this is one of those things where you have now a case for retaliation because now the office is treating you differently. Look, I'll go back to say this again too. Had the whole, because every time we do like, employee relations investigation, you got to look at the big picture here. Big picture. Let's not do that. You got to look at like, the overall picture here. If had it been the instance where like, okay, so it sounds like this company right now doesn't necessarily have guidance in terms of like what to wear, in terms of like what the uniform is. I don't also know what exactly the type of environment it is. I don't know if they're wearing sweatpants to work, could be that they work at like a fitness center or like a gym from what it sounds like.
Yeah, it said they dress casually.
Casually. Okay.
Yeah.
So that part, it's someone's body, right? Like we can't really sometimes dictate what what they can wear at times, especially it all comes to like what the policy is when it comes to dress code. However, with everything that's going on right now, the intent is definitely there. So he's always bugging her in her workplace, showing it off, possibly leaning towards her, deliberately harassing her in a way where it's like, all right, my shit's showing. Are you interested? It's kind of hanging right now. What's up with it? And then the whole thing about like, hey, I got to go take care of something right now. And then look down. Dude, that is straight up sexual harassment at this point. So yes, this is one of those instances where it's like grounds for termination because that is zero tolerance when it comes to sexual harassment. And now you are being iced out at work. Dude, you need to report that to HR too, because if they start treating you differently, then you have more grounds of like, being retaliated to, which is not fair for you because you're the one being harassed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, and I mean, it sucks because it's an internship and you have like the least amount of seniority. I'm glad HR stood up for you.
Good. Yeah.
Clearly, it feels to me like there's maybe been other cases against Josh, and this was like the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm 100% with John. I'd report this as well. This is retaliatory, and like it makes sense that there are other people in the office like this. If he felt so comfortable to do it, to
for
you,
sure,
and imply that he's going to beat off in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on. So there are definitely more people in this office doing that. So yeah. And based on what HR has done in the past, they'll be on your side again, hopefully. And yeah, you can hopefully, write the office, but that's also not your job. And I would try and get out to somewhere else as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And the fact, I hated
get your bag.
Absolutely. I hated those fucking coworkers who were, backing them up. It's like, oh, I'm going to wear normal pants now so you don't get no ideas. No, bitch. Like, did you not like
that wasn't the issue.
Yeah, that wasn't the issue at all. Like, bro, like I was being harassed this whole time. What the fuck? And dudes, do better. Come on. I know if some of y'all got some shit like package that you're proud of, cool. Can't relate again. But goddamn, you don't need to be showing that shit off left and right, bro.
Only show it to other consenting adults.
Exactly, if they're asking.
Or your boss's wife.
Show that thumbnail. You know what I mean?
Anyone jumping in that's new here or didn't hear the first story? That's a crazy thing to say, but damn.
Yes, there's a time and place for everything. All right.
Time and place.
Moving on to the next story. This one is posted by Hollows of Your Heart. And WikiManiacs, if you are interested in seeing like this OP, I was casually browsing through their post history. I don't know if they're just farming Today I Fucked Ups, but like they had a lot of Today I Fucked Up posted. So this is the one I kind of picked today. Maybe I'll save some for the other day, but this one was pretty funny to me. And the title is Today I Fucked Up. by chilling at my friend's place while she wasn't home.
Interesting. I be weird to see how this would be a fuck up. I guess landlord came in, maybe yelled at you, or I don't know. I'm trying to think how this could be a fuck up.
All right. We
You
shall
set it on
see.
fire, maybe? I don't know.
All right, it goes as this. So my friend Jenna moved into a nice new condo last month, and I finally got a home. I got home. Oh, sorry. Ooh, I lost it there. I finally got a chance to check it out for the first time today. I ended up arriving before she got home from work, so she told me to let myself in with the spare key under the potted plant and to make myself comfortable. I made myself a sandwich and was meandering around eating.
Oh my God. It's going to be the wrong house.
We shall see. I made myself a sandwich and was meandering around eating and checking out her swanky new place when the front door opened and a really large and unfamiliar man with a duffel bag came in. Dude was intimidating, and I'm a 4'11" woman, so I was immediately scared. He looked shocked to see me, and I'm looking at his duffel bag and realizing that I surprised some piece of shit burglar.
Oh. Okay. Maybe.
So I panicked and threw my sandwich at his face and then locked myself in the bedroom. I'm shaking and he pounds on the door yelling at me to get the fuck out. I start screaming at him to get the fuck out and that I'm calling the police, and they put total bluff because I didn't have my phone. He then yells back that he is calling the police on me. This gives me pause. And at this point, I look around and realize the bedroom I'm definitely appears to be of the male persuasion. So it is the wrong house.
Yeah. I'm calling the police. Why would you call the police? I'm calling
like
the police.
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, that's what's
Who
going
the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I ask him through the door if he knows Jenna. He tells me, yes, she is his next door neighbor. Well, apparently Jenna's neighbor also keeps a spare key under a potted plant. So today I fucked up by letting myself into my friend's neighbor's place, smacking him in the face with his own sandwich, and then screaming at him to get the fuck out the house.
Holy shit. I mean, I'm glad he was a good sport about it. That's crazy. That's something actually, we went to my buddy's house in January, and I've only been there once. And we pulled in the driveway, and I get out, knock on the door, no answer, knock on the door again. I can hear a dog barking, and he has a dog. And so then third knock, and this old lady comes to the door. She's got to be like in her late 80s, and she's just like, hello? And I'm like, I am so sorry. I was like, I'm at the wrong house. And it's the next one over. I'm like, oh, shit. They're like these what are they called? They're like the attached houses that all look the same. And I just got it mixed up. It was one number off. I was like, fuck.
The only time that ever happened to me, it was never a house, but it was a car. So I had like a basic car. I had a Honda Civic growing up. And then I went inside and I sat there for like a solid, probably like 2 minutes, right? And I was just chilling there looking at my phone. And then next thing you know, I hear something breathing. And I turned around. It was a fucking German Shepherd. It was a dog.
Oh, no.
And I was like, in my head, my dumbass was like, hey, when the fuck did I get a dog, bro? And then I stayed there for like another 30 seconds and I was on my phone and then it hit me. I was like, wait, this shit is a stick shift. I have a fucking automatic car. And then I looked around, I looked again. The dog wasn't saying anything. It was just like
chilling.
That's
crazy. Especially with a German Shepherd.
Yeah. And then I looked next like to my left and it was my car. And I was like, oh shit, that's my car. And then I never said a thing. I was like, fuck, I'm an idiot. That was gotta be the chillest dog I've ever fucking.
That is crazy. You could have been mauled.
It was just literally staring at me like,
hell yeah.
the whole time.
That's funny. Oh man.
Oh shit. Oh, that's when I was undiagnosed. I didn't know I had ADHD. This was probably like my early 20s. I was hella dumb. I was probably hungover, drunk somewhere, but oh my God, I was an idiot. I still am, to be honest.
Crazy that you looked at it and was like, when did I get that dog? I don't have a fucking dog that looks like
I'm like, damn, did I get a dog or something?
Holy shit. Pieppers sent to $5, says, have to return to work. Stupid corporate life. Just want to say thank you for making me laugh. Late mom's house is listed for sale today. Heart emoji. Oh, well, I hope your day goes well.
Yeah, thank you, Pieppers. We'll see you later. Don't worry, we'll post this again later on so you guys can come back and always check it out.
Yeah, this will be on the feed on Spotify if Spotify comes back up today. It was down all morning. It's crazy.
It is, yeah.
All right. Well, I got one more story here, John.
Sure. I got one more after that too, so we should be Gucci.
And this one falls in line with the birthday theme today. So this one is from r/AITAH from Quick Aioli 6466, and the title is, "Am I the asshole for being annoyed that my friends charged everyone full price at their birthday party at their own restaurant?"
Wait, were you expecting a freebie from your friend's restaurant? I will say this. This is my personal take on it. I absolutely loathe it when, like, let's say my friend has a business and then ask for like half price or a discount. Cause I'm like, dude, I want to support you. Like, I want to pay full price. And sometimes they insist like, yeah, no, we got you for free. I'm like, fuck no, you can get me like a free dessert. You can give me extra portions, but I'm fucking paying like as much of a full price as possible. Like, this is your livelihood, brother. Like, I'm not taking anything from you.
That's fair. Yeah. I'll repeat the title. Some people were asking. So, am I the asshole for being annoyed that my friends charged everyone full price at their birthday party at their own restaurant? So, let's hop into it. Recently, 30 female, attended a birthday party for a friend. The couple hosting it, let's call them Megan and Dave, own a popular restaurant in town, and they invited about 40 people to celebrate Megan's birthday there. They closed the restaurant down for the night just for the event, so it was a private party with only their invited guests. At the beginning of the night, Dave made a birthday toast and said something along the lines of, "Thank you all for being here to celebrate Megan. Order whatever you want."
Ooh.
So that kind of implies,
yeah,
hey, we got this. You know what I mean?
That's up to the host to say, hey,
clarify.
To clarify it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because order whatever you want implies that we got you covered on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone kind of assumed it was being hosted or at the very least subsidized. No one expected a free night necessarily, but the vibe was definitely, you're invited to celebrate with us, not this is a group dinner and you're footing your own bill. Well, fast forward to the end of the night, servers started bringing around individual checks. Turns out everyone was charged full price. Food, drinks, everything. Most couples ended up paying around $350 for the night, some more, some less. People were really thrown off. The way it was presented made it seem like we were guests at a party, not customers at a business. Megan and Dave are not hurting financially. They just built a brand new home, drive luxury cars, and take vacations. From what we can tell, they profited around $5,000 for the night off of their closest friends. Since then, a lot of us have been keeping our distance. It just felt super icky. Like we were tricked into attending what was actually a cash grab dinner disguised as a party. Now, Megan is confused as to why people are being distant, and I'm starting to wonder, am I the asshole for being annoyed and not wanting to hang out with them anymore?
No. And I mean, I still am adamant about like my take about it in the beginning, that you shouldn't, try to get discount for your friends, especially with a business, but with the caveat of you have to give people the option, you know? And it's one of those things where it's like, had the party planner and say like, hey, we want to throw a party. However, this is going to be the fee. It's going to be the cost. You have to at least let people say, you know what, that's kind of out of my budget. respectfully, I'll attend another time, but unfortunately, I can't in this party. And saying order whatever you want, kind of like what you said, Josh. When you say that, that is an implied statement that order whatever you want because we got y'all type of shit.
Many people in the comments are saying like it's shitty to rack up $350 bills. I will say it sounds like they profited off that, right? So there's probably some upcharge, like based on like drinks, like you know how alcohol is always super upcharged. So I agree that's crazy to go that high with it.
I can wreck that shit up so fast. Bro. That's like easy peasy for me.
Yeah. So that is kind of icky, but I will say I think that is with upcharge on it. Like we're making a profit from this. So take that. I don't know what the profit of restaurants are, but take that off of it. But yeah, it's definitely on them for not making it clear. Hey, this is a party, but we're like, you're gonna have to pay for your own stuff. So yeah, crazy on that side. And then, yeah, crazy to spend that much. So maybe everyone sucks slightly, but also they sound rich. So I don't fucking care about that.
God damn, am I an asshole? The 300 is it's so easy. When we ate in Toronto with like Sean and Nancy, me and Juliet were just like, order anything you guys want, like literally. And
then you foot them with the bill.
No, we didn't. We let them know. They were like throwing their card. It was like, hey, I was like, no, we're the ones that say order whatever you want. We got you. Like, don't even worry about it. And I mean, you have to give them the option, especially in these types of parties. Like, dude, not everyone has the same budget, you know? So it's extremely shitty. And I do feel like it's a cash grab at this point.
Yeah. Kira says $350 worth of beans and toast.
Someone better pay me $350 so you can get a bite of that bitch.
Yeah. So yeah, crazy to charge your friends that much. And then crazy to try and rack up a bill, I guess, that much. But I guess to me, it's like if you're ordering alcohol because it's a party, that's where the expense comes in.
I mean, a table service in Las Vegas for like 1 or 2 bottles of anything is immediately like $2,000. Immediately. It's crazy.
That is insane.
It's like 1 bottle of fucking Hennessy and a bunch of juice for like $2,000. I'm like,
so glad I don't drink.
I can't.
Although I will say, you know, something that's bullshit that I've found out recently with the what is it, like the mocktails getting popular, basically. Sure. Those things get charged just the same amount. And I'm like, what the fuck are you charging me?
It's just juice.
It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's basically juice.
I get that it takes a lot to make, but you can't be charging me the same or more sometimes than the alcoholic version of them. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? I was at one restaurant and it just pissed me off. I was like, that's crazy. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah, and this is one reason why I quit alcohol, because I'm like, you know what? It's starting to become really expensive.
Yeah, but even drinking the non-alcoholic stuff, crazy.
I don't really drink that much sugar either way, and I feel like a lot of those mocktails is like just straight up sugar.
It is, yeah. I
don't want to be bouncing off walls anymore, brother.
So I don't do mocktails anymore.
There are some good ones that I've had though. I do like that.
There are.
All right, on to my last story.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So a little shorter today, guys. We don't want to make Josh do a lot of work for his birthday. But we still got to give something. Exactly. So, all right. So last story for today. This one is posted by Crudbum. And the title is, "Today I fucked up by misunderstanding a text from my wife, thinking my kid had thrown up, and missing out on some fun."
Oh. Did you get a text from your wife thinking your kid thrown up and then been like, I'm not going there? You might be a little bit of a dick.
I have a personal story after this story, and I'm just like, to this day, it still haunts me. But Juliet's listening, so she'll probably get a good laugh out of this.
Okay.
We'll get to the story first. But the other night, my wife and I were getting ready for bed and being kind of flirty. I had to use the restroom, so I stayed downstairs while she went up to bed. While I was sitting on the toilet, I got a text. "Bring a bucket and a mop."
That's what Emily just typed in the chat.
Yes, Emily. Let's go. Crap. One of my kids must have thrown up. I finished my toilet biz and went down to the basement to check the cleaning supplies.
Oh my
I found
God.
I found a bucket, but couldn't find a mop. I found one of those squeezy sponge things, but the sponge was missing. Figuring the vomit was probably congealing by this point, and I just grabbed the bucket and a bunch of paper towels and ran upstairs. I got to the upstairs bathroom and found no mess. I carried the cleaning supplies down to my kids' room, but I found no vomit. I went to our bedroom and found my wife lying on the bed. She asked, "What had taken me so long?" And I said, "I couldn't find a mop, and where was the mess?" She started rolling around on the bed laughing. Suddenly, I realized "bring a bucket and a mop" was a line from WAP. Ben Shapiro wouldn't know what that is.
No.
My wife had been in the mood.
This could be him.
False, because he doesn't make his
It
wife
shouldn't
wet.
be wet. That's a medical emergency.
My wife had been in the mood, and I had spent 15 minutes looking for a mop in the basement. She was laughing so much that the mood was basically dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but so fucking funny. Damn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did have a personal story about this. So
now I'm very interested in where this story goes.
Okay. So when me and Juliet were like newlyweds, this is probably about like when we were like 2 years in. Again, we've been married for 11 years, guys. She texted me, and this was kind of when we were kind of still doing a little bit of like long distance, and because I was stationed elsewhere, and I was like, well, we need to figure out the living situation first. So like we were living in separate places at the time. So she texted me. She was like, "Hey, are you alone?" I was like, I looked at my text. I was in like, I was in my cubicle, and I was like, "Shit, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, am I alone?" It's like, "I'm about to send you some pictures." I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, bro." I was like, and I told my boss, I'm like, "Hey, I'm about to be in my car real quick. Let's be right back." And then I was just
I gotta
like,
go take care of something, and you look down.
You know
at your
what I'm saying?
sweatpants.
Yeah, look down. I was like, "Hey, hey, what's up?" She was like, "I'm about to send you some pictures." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah." So she first started sending like blurry, like little blurry pictures. I was like, "Ooh, boy," I was getting ready. I'm like, "Yo, this shit is tight, bro." I was fucking excited. And then she started sending a bunch of them, right? And I was like, I was in a base at the time, so like the signal was kind of bad, so it took a while to like buffer. And I was like, "Sheesh, I'm about to get some good ass shit today, bro." This girl took a fucking like sexy pictorial with a robe, but guess what she was wearing? A dinosaur fucking outfit. She was posing. She was like bent like this on the bed, like posing with like a dinosaur fit in a robe. Bro, I was so fucking mad. I'm like, "You gotta be you're not here? And you sending me that shit, bro?" And then I was like, "Damn, the shit's still fucking hot. Why am I bricked up off of a dinosaur costume?"
And now she can't take you to museums. Is that
now she can't take me to museums? Like dinosaurs make me feel some type of way. But man, this girl is a fucking expert
that's so
troll,
fucking
dude.
funny.
I might have those pictures still. I'll probably send it on like Instagram or something if I have it. But oh my god, she's a fucking menace, dude.
That's so fucking good.
I want to get at that Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying?
I want some different kind of bones.
Shit. But that was my.
That's good. That's good.
She might be listening on the live right now. She's like, "Really? You gonna tell that story?" I'm like, "Well, you fucking did it to me, girl. Like, what the fuck?"
Fuck.
She's a menace, dude.
That might have been better than the actual story.
Yo, I was excited, bro. I was like, "Hey, this is tight."
Midscore in chat said, "My best friend in college told her boyfriend, 'Hey, I sent you some nudes over Snapchat.' He was at a party, got very excited. He went to a different college than us. She had sent him pictures of noodles." Beth sent $5 and said, "When my husband and I started dating, I told him I would send him a pic of my you-know-what. Then I sent him a picture of my cat." Honestly, worth it.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah.
I do have a bone to pick with her first person energy. But goddamn, I'm obsessed with that girl. So I'm like, you know what? I forgive you. That ass over here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, that is our live show.
Put Kitty wet. I fucking hate your ass right now. Hey, she in the kitchen, so shit. Hi, dear.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well, that is it for our live today. We appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with us.
Can't stand this girl, bro. Happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you.
I love you, man. Hope you have a great day today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're doing a pretty chill day today because the last few weeks have been very hectic for me, and I was like, I need some downtime. So Sienna's making some dinner tonight, and then we're gonna play some Split Fiction together. So
Ooh.
should be good. Should be good. But yeah, we hope you all enjoyed hanging out with us. Have a good Easter if you celebrate. And then we'll come back. We'll be back Friday, I guess. I'm not there. Friday. I'm not there, but
I won't be on Monday. And then we'll be back doing live again next Wednesday.
We'll be all together someday. Not Friday, next Friday either, but one time.
Hopefully.
Penny sends $2, says, always nice to see you guys. We appreciate that, Penny.
Oh, thank you, Penny.
All right, John, if there's nothing else.
Reddit-on-wikishop.com. I don't condone violence, but
yes,
available now. Again, we have make sure if you want to get early access to our Patreon and YouTube membership, we do have an episode releasing tomorrow with Thread Talk. We have an upcoming collaboration that we're doing with Aileen. She's been a guest in the past. And also we're going to be recording an episode with a podcast. We'll save this relationship pretty soon. So lots of guests coming up. Again, if you have any suggestions of other creators you want us to reach out to, I will be shooting my shot. But if they leave us on red, what are we going to do? So these people said yes to us, and we've been extremely busy this month booking all of them.
Is there a podcast called Leave Me on Red? We'll
collab with them. Should start.
Shout out to Arizuka, who sends $6, says, thanks for a great time and happy birthday, Josh. Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for the happy birthday wishes. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. Guys.
Get therapy.